Hello everyone, my name is Sumit. I am back with the new video. Today we will discuss about the first double-blinded study and the Nuremberg trial. Medical Research Council (MRC) UK carried out a trial in 1943 to 1944 to investigate patulin treatment for an extract of penicillin patulinium, the common cold. This this was the first double-blinded comparative trial with a concurrent control in the general population in recent times. It was one of the last trial with non-randomized or quasi-randomized allocation of subject. The Medical Research Council Patolin Clinical Trials Committee 1943 was chaired by the Sir Harold Himsworth and its statisticians were Greenwood and W.J. Martin. This nationwide study enrolled over 1,000 British office and factory workers suffering from the colds. This was quite a challenging endeavor in wartime. The study was rigorously controlled by keeping the physician and the patient blinded to that treatment. The treatment allocation was done using an alteration procedure. A nurse allocated the treatment in a strict rotation in a separate room. The nurse filled the record counterfoil separately and detached the code label for the appropriate bottle before asking to the patient to visit the doctor. The statisticians considered this is an effective random concurrent allocation. However, the outcome of the trial was disappointing as the analysis of trial data did not show any protective effect of patulin. Then we will discuss about the Nuremberg trial. Even before the Second World War was over, the Allies resolved to put the major officials responsible for Nazi war crimes on trial. In the Moscow Declaration of 1st November 1943, they undertook to extradite Germans who had perpetrated these crimes in the occupied territories to the affected countries after the war in order to prosecute them in accordance with the law applicable at the site of their crimes. The Allies resolved to prosecute the major war criminals whose crimes were not limited to the territory of a single state on the basis of uniform legal standards. Germany unconditionally surrenders the victorious powers to the USSR and Great Britain, and the France agreed in London on 8 August 1945 to establish an international military tribunal. For the first time in history, an international tribunal was authorized to hold leading representative of a state personally accountable for the crime under international law. Berlin was declared as the permanent seat of the tribunal, and the trial against the major war criminals would be held in Nuremberg. The legal prosecution of Nazi crimes in Germany did not end with the announcement of the verdicts in the major war criminals trials. In December 1945, the Allies had already established by way of Control Council Law Number 10, a uniform legal basis for the prosecution of war crimes in the respective occupational zones, which also formed the basis for the subsequent Nuremberg trial, which is held 1946 to 1949. Unlike the major war criminals trials, which was conducted before an international military tribunal, these trials were conducted exclusively before US military, that is United States military tribunals. These 12 trials were held between the 1946 to 1949 in Nuremberg against the 177 high-ranking physicians, judges, industrialists, secretary commanders and the police commanders, military personnel, civil servants and the diplomats. The trials reveal the extent to which the German leadership class supported the power system of the Nazis dictatorship. Of the 177 defendants, 24 were sentenced to the death, 20 to lifelong imprisonment and 98 to long prison terms in many cases. 25 defendants were found not guilty. Many of the condemned Nazi criminals were released from the prison early in the 1950s as a result of pardons. 13 of the 24 death sentences. This is all about the first double blinded clinical trial and the Nuremberg trial. Thank you.